Hey, welcome to 60 Seconds with Zoo, an extended version today with special guest Darryl from Bigfoot Construction, where they build truss, located in Miami, Florida. Darryl, what are the key things that you focus on when it comes to branding and marketing for your business in a local area such as Miami, Florida?
So for me, branding and marketing is the intention is to get out there in front of an audience and gather an audience that you don't currently have. When I started the company a couple years ago, it was very important to build that audience, and I basically use all the different avenues of marketing as devices for the ultimate goal, which is marketing. So I use email marketing, I use in-person networking, and that's all just to gather an audience. And the way that I keep them engaged is through social media. Zuli actually manages our social media, and he helps us create interesting content and things to keep people engaged. So when somebody thinks about construction, they think about Bigfoot Construction.
And also very important, I would say, is high quality content. Because how many times have we come across where there's a video or a picture that we were thinking about posting, but as we start going down your brand, we notice that, okay, we shouldn't post that because the quality is not up to par from what our other posts. So sometimes you have to sacrifice to gain, and that's a very, very important thing. How important is consistency in this industry?
So I think consistency is key in terms of not only putting out quality content, but quality content. It's like Zuli said, sometimes we'll get a shot where it's a bad angle or where things don't look the way that they should. Something's out of place.
Especially with so much competition, how do you separate yourself, your brand and your value versus other businesses out there? I know there's a lot of people that say, well, you just don't focus on that, you focus on your own work, which is very, very important, because if you're focused on your own work, you're busy. So what are your key things that you focus on when it comes to your clients, your value, and what you offer your clients?
So the construction industry, there's a lot of competition, there's a lot of potential competition, but actual competition is a lot smaller. We actually run into the same companies that we're bidding against on jobs, but construction in Miami is I describe it as a wild, wild west. I hear horror stories a couple times a month about contractors running off of people's money, not showing up for the job, doing things improper, never pulling a permit. So all those things happen very often. I think what helps set us apart in terms of our values is also part of our social media, where we take pictures with the owners after the project is completed. And I think that sends a message to a lot of homeowners that says if they did not do their job correctly or they were very difficult to work with, they wouldn't take a picture with us at the end of the project.
And that builds trust.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah,
Absolutely.
So that's definitely key things. So there's a lot of things that you have to take into consideration when it comes to whatever industry that you're in. So for him, it's online presence, it's which includes SEO, which includes social media, includes his website, blogging, next door, email marketing, reviews, photos, pictures. Because I know a lot of businesses that just focus on one area. They pursue that when a pandemic hits or there's another crisis that happens. They're stuck with only that strategy, and they're trying to gather up information to create another strategy, which doesn't work. So it's all about being consistent at the end of the day.
Yeah. So and I think for me to reiterate what Zuli said, having all your eggs in one basket can end up exploding in your face if you're very big just on Facebook, but you haven't put any energy towards other platforms. So something just like our online reviews, having a very strong presence on our Google and having a bunch of reviews, that's been super helpful, where homeowners have said, we chose you because the amount of reviews you had. So there's a bunch of boxes, and something you have to ask yourself is, how many of those boxes do I have check marks on? Do I have reviews? Do I have my Facebook? Do I have my Instagram? Or anything that's related to your industry? I think the more lines you have in the water, the more fish you'll catch at the end of the day.
Got it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm gonna have his YouTube channel linked below, as well as mine. So make sure you subscribe, like, follow, share, let your friends know about it. And thank you so much for tuning in to the extended version of 60 Seconds with Zoo. Hopefully we'll have some more guests on board with us soon. And if you have any comments or you want to share any details with us, feel free to do so. So thank you so much for tuning in.